Lu Fei was reborn a day ago. I originally wanted to achieve instant wealth by buying lottery tickets, but it was discovered that the person who won the prize was still that one. Holy crap, but after returning to fantasy, the art style suddenly changed. With billions of points of experience from his past life, Lu Fei directly transformed into the European emperor in the eyes of others. Use the Super Treasure Map to obtain the Divine Beast Super Red Child. Use monthly card coupons to obtain Advanced Warcraft Secrets *9. When running the ring, I bought the priceless ring of the Dog Black Merchant at the Chamber of Commerce, and identified the outraged and classless Arhat belt. Get a regular birthday treasure map, just play it for a day, and in the end, play a level less 1000 damage weapon. Netizens can't hold their breath anymore. Where are you pulling Wang's wool? Your Wang chasing after her to feed her Feilun novel network reminds you that this novel and its characters are purely fictional. If there are any similarities, they are purely coincidental and should not be imitated. 001 has been reborn. You are listening at novelfull.audio. 2024, Chinese New Year's Eve. Today, every household is immersed in the joy of the Chinese New Year. However, Lu Fei's home is not very peaceful today. Lu Fei, who is already in his 30s this year, has yet to achieve anything. He relies on his family's support or his wife's meager salary for his daily life. Life is also very suffocating. Reached out and picked up the cigarette that had been half smoked, then took a strong puff before opening the window to dissipate the smoke. I walked up to the computer and opened the game post bar for Fantasy Westward Journey. As a seasoned player of Fantasy Westward Journey and also a professional businessman, Lu Fei once made a small profit. But until one day in the game forum, news flies all over the sky. At Lu Fei. Brother, are you there? How much have you stocked up on gourd dolls and brocade clothes? At Lu Fei. Brother, have you gone bankrupt? Lu Fei's face turned green when he saw several private messages in front of him. Lu Fei secretly used up hundreds of thousands of yuan given by his parents to buy a house without telling his wife, and hoarded a large amount of gourd dolls and brocade clothes. Who knew that the TM who lost money didn't even know him? It's really unlucky. Lu Fei pounded the table vigorously. He originally planned to make a big profit with this wave of gourd kids' emotions, but he didn't expect his pants to be losing money, and no one took over this batch of gourd kids. Sima Qi, you bastard, you're so ruthless. Lu Fei couldn't help but sigh as he looked at the environment inside the game. Dream Journey to the West has undergone several major changes and has weakened the game's attributes, making it impossible to play. After harshly scolding the planner, Lu Fei even had an impulse to jump out of the nearby window. But after thinking about his family, he finally held back and sat in front of the computer. At this moment, he felt a moment of confusion. Lu Fei felt as if his brain had been hit by something. What's wrong with the computer? At this moment, Lu Fei glanced at the bottom right corner of the computer, and the time bar suddenly changed to February 1, 2010. Wipe it, it's not that the computer is broken. WC, you must not break it. Although the game, Fantasy Journey to the West, doesn't require much configuration, even junk computers can play it, buying another computer is still a waste. Lu Fei glanced at the time again and there was no change. At this point, the computer's operating system also became the operating system of Win 7. What? Lousy. I'm a TM. Lu Fei looked around and the environment around him also changed. This dirty and messy environment, with a pungent smell of air, and the marks left by Lu Fei often lazily wiping his mouth on the nearby curtains. What place is this? It's a bit like my own home before, what's going on? No way, I'm reborn. I am truly reborn. Surprised, Lu Fei quickly logged into the account of Fantasy Westward Journey. Proficient login page. As soon as Lu Fei logged in, he received several private messages sent to him. Brother, come out quickly to receive the goods. Brother, busy people have finally gone online. Did you take a break a few days before the Chinese New Year? There are still many friends who left messages for him in the game. Lu Fei took a breath after reading it. At this time, Lu Fei was most concerned about the goods in the treasure trove. As is well known, Fantasy Westward Journey is a highly valuable game. The game content is just average, but its most outstanding feature is the economic system within the game. And the treasure trove in the game is even more outstanding. Lu Fei excitedly opened the treasure trove. Search in the input field. Several pieces of equipment appeared in Lu Fei's field of vision. WCC. They are really here. I saw several level 120 belts in the equipment library, all with special effects of level less anger. This belt is not particularly valuable now, but Lu Fei knows they are going to be valuable soon. One of the belts was only set at 6,000. Lu Fei opened his bank card balance and glanced at it, half of his excited heart instantly extinguished. Lu Fei, who is only 17 years old this year, is not a second-generation wealthy person. He doesn't have money, does he? I don't have the funds to hoard some goods and earn the price difference. By rebirth, this wave of extraordinary wealth and prosperity has come to me, and I have to catch it no matter what. Forget it, find a way to make money first. While Lu Fei was pondering, the cries of his parents suddenly came from outside the door. Lu Fei closed the game directly and walked out of the room. Lu Fei knows that this time is not yet the time to fully immerse oneself in games, and it is still necessary to maintain a normal student image in front of his family. Lu Fei's parents are busy preparing New Year's goods. It turned out that it was his uncle and his family who came home. This cheap uncle started to force Lai Lai as soon as he entered the door, mocking the dilapidated family. Lu Fei silently endured in his heart, but he became even more determined to stand out. Lu Fei walked up to his uncle and said, "Uncle, you're right. Our family needs to change. But please rest assured that we can earn this money ourselves and don't have to worry about it being useless." Uncle was taken aback when he heard Lu Fei's words, obviously not expecting him to say such things. He looked up at Lu Fei, then a hint of disdain curved around his mouth and said, "Oh. Can you earn money on your own? Are you just a high school student?" Lu Fei didn't flinch when he heard it. He looked into his uncle's eyes and said, "Yes, I earn it myself, so you don't have to worry." After speaking, Lu Fei turned around and returned to his room. He understands that the primary task now is to find ways to make money, only then can he gradually implement his plan. He wants to use his memory in his mind to earn his first bucket of gold in his dream journey to the west. In the following days, Lu Fei began to be very busy. During the day, read and study, and at night, brush tasks and save coins. In this rebirth, Lu Fei swore to be admitted to a better school and earn face for his parents. A few days passed like this. Lu Fei logged into the game and realized that since he wanted to open 5, the choice of sect was very important. Now the little sisters with solid injuries is slowly showing her power. The outbreak of Wupansi brought the world of Wukai to Fantasy Westward Journey. However, Lu Fei knew that the 5 strands of silk would soon be chopped into waste. As a reborn individual, Lu Fei's best plan was to visit his daughter's village. He knew that the sect of Daughter Village was a collection of sealed sect outputs, even in the later stage of the 6X Heavenly Gang and Earthly Shah. 002 Daughter's Village. You are listening at novelfull.audio. He remembers a group of daughters who didn't have much cultivation in the past. They were able to kill 6X Heaven and Earth without any harm, which is something that countless people dare not think of. What Lu Fei wants now is efficiency. Even if fixed damage and agility are linked in the future, Daughter Village can still be played. No matter what the priority is, it's important to wait for the goods from the treasure trove to be hoarded and not miss this opportunity to make money. After thinking about it, it seems that the fixed damage skill of the sect at this time has not been linked to agility, so the bonus point method can be added to 5 bodies. That's also why Daughter's village is able to brush through the world without harm. At this time, other players were still hesitating about choosing a sect, and Lu Fei had already taken his first step ahead of time. He directly created 5 flying swallow women, whose skills and attributes align well with his ideas. The casting action of Flying Swallow Girl is very fast, and in turn-based games like Fantasy Westward Journey, the speed of casting action can improve task efficiency. After Lu Fei created the character, he eagerly entered the game and embarked on a joyful journey of upgrading. Jianya City. It is the place where his dream began. However, just as he was fully focused on the game, his sister Lu Wei suddenly burst in and interrupted Lu Fei's rhythm. Lu Wei looked at her brother with dissatisfaction and loudly questioned Lu Fei why he only knew how to play games at home all day. "Brother, if you keep playing games like this all day, I won't have a sister. Law. Pooh, pooh, pooh. In the future, my brother will marry you several sister. Law and go out to play." Lu Fei was not moved by his sister's words, but confidently told her, "When your brother earns a lot of money in the game, he will buy you a big house." Although Lu Wei disdains it, he knows his brother's temper and cannot persuade him, so he can only leave helplessly. After Lu Wei left, Lu Fei returned to the game and had to quickly upgrade and make money. He thought for a moment, and now he can use the tower sweeping activity led by De Long to quickly improve his level. There are many shouting people in the channel. Current Xiao Hu. De Long with tower sweeping costs 14 W per hour plus current Bowsy. With a small Japanese ghost, it only costs 12 W per hour plus without hesitation. Lu Fei chose De Long's team, paid the money, and applied to join the team. Just as Lu Fei thought he was about to take off, something unexpected happened. He was directly kicked out of the team. When Lu Fei sent the message again, he found that the other party had blacklisted him. Lu Fei cursed unlucky in his heart and recorded the other person's name in his notebook. "When I get up, I'm going to kill him and leave the game." Although Lu Fei was furious, he knew that time was precious. He quickly found another big dragon and continued to find someone to help him upgrade. The results were still good, and in just 4 hours, Lu Fei reached level 40. After reaching level 40, you can team up with others to catch ghosts or something. However, before the next edition, Lu Fei spent 8 million to collect a heavenly formation book in the world. It should be noted that many players at this stage do not have a formation, and most players are fighting in a naked running state. The effect of the heavenly array is quite strong, and with the support of the heavenly array, the team's output should increase by about 15%. After collecting the formation, Lu Fei turned his gaze to the Chamber of Commerce. He purchased 5 wild horse noodles from the Chamber of Commerce. I also bought some golden willow dew from those ordinary stalls. The effect of golden willow dew can bring summoned beasts back to level 0 while refreshing their skills and qualifications. Lu Fei's luck seems to be good, as he only used a cart and washed out 5 Gao Bai Ma noodles. Lu Fei knew that this type of horse noodles was called Fu Zhan Ma Mian. Many big shots started off with this kind of horse noodles. After finishing these tasks, Lu Fei quickly formed his team and began to go to the wilderness, first training the level of horse noodles to level 30. At present, Lu Fei has invested over 10 million game coins in Fantasy Westward Journey. Nowadays, the ratio of game currency to Chinese yuan is about 16,000 dreamy coins, which is equivalent to a single card. At this stage, Lu Fei not only failed to make money, but also invested a lot in the game. If Lu Fei's parents found out, they might have broken his leg. These money are all red envelopes given by elders during the Chinese New Year, and some are pocket money saved by Lu Fei on a daily basis during school. But Lu Fei knew that it was time to make big money next. Tian Gang Di Sha is a high difficulty and high reward gameplay in the current game, and there are not many people who can be killed. Many players may have played Fantasy Westward Journey for over a decade, and it is probably enough to have the opportunity to experience it. Lu Fei has set his sights on this. After upgrading to level 30 in the server battle, Lu Fei did not immediately choose to team up to catch ghosts but rather focused on the gameplay of races in the game. You should know that he is now back more than a decade ago, and the gameplay rewards of this race have not been weakened yet. Most people don't know how delicious this reward is. Lu Fei, who had formed a team, quickly completed the race task by manipulating 5 characters. Just after brushing for a while, Lu Fei added a super golden willow dew in his backpack. Dream Coin also has a reward of nearly 10,000. 5 accounts receive a reward of 50,000 Dream Coins almost every time. At this point, he has already completed 10 tasks. In his backpack, there were several extra super golden willow dews and a colorful fruit. You should know that these are all valuable things. These few items can already be sold for over 3 million. In addition, the Dream Coin obtained is almost 4 million. This is just a reward of 10. Lu Fei, who was accustomed to receiving rewards more than 10 years later, was almost moved and cried. This damn thing is the game. Nowadays, the ratio of Dream Coin to point card is 16,000 to 1, which means that 1 cent of Chinese yuan is equivalent to 16,000 Dream Coins. With such a high success rate, I really can't do without getting rich. Lu Fei was scrolling through racial tasks, and when he could hang up, he would hang up to read and study. Time flies by quickly. Lu Fei has accumulated a considerable wealth level during this period. Crazy download of Gourd experience from my pocket day and night. You should know that brushing experience can also be exchanged for money. After the gradual release of billions of beast resolves, as long as the character reaches billions of experience, they can receive a special beast resolve book. And such a number can reach a maximum of 20 WRMB. So downloading experience from your pocket now won't be a loss. During this period, Lu Fei also used all the game coins he swiped from the game to buy point cards. 003 Leak Detection. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Then use the points card in your pocket to exchange for help and experience points. In just a few days, Lu Fei had already raised his level by 70 levels, and his hidden weapon skills had also caught up. At present, each of these 5 numbers has a level of 70. He hit 80 on the hidden weapon technique. There are still 1,300 W Dream Coins left in the captain's account. At this point, the advantage of adding points to the 5-body is reflected, as it can prevent Lu Fei from taking any damage when brushing monsters, and the overall resistance is very high. Under normal circumstances, catching ghosts can lead to death. But Lu Fei doesn't know. His resistance to these 5 characters is very high. Over the past few days, Lu Fei has also obtained several pieces of equipment. I had a very good luck catching ghosts once, and surprisingly got a 70-year-old crystal clear female head. You should know that the special skill of Jingqing Ju can lift the team's seal state and also restore health. This is very crucial for Lu Fei, a team that lacks blood-boosting doctors. Lu Fei also purchased a lot of useful equipment. I came to Janya City for a stroll and looked around at the stalls. Some stalls have names called XXXX. In Fantasy Westward Journey, it basically represents the meaning of selling goods. But most of the stalls are just talking nonsense. Lu Fei wandered around and still found a few good things. WC, this 50-level Arhat golden bell necklace, the stall owner only bought 60 W Dream Coin. Did the stall owner drink fake wine? There's another weakness here. The necklace that broke through the stunt only sells for 1,000 yuan. This vendor is running a charity business. You should know that these two things are very expensive. Arhat golden bell effect is to improve the team's legal defense ability. Can resist half of the opponent's spell attacks. How could this little masterpiece only sell so little? It's simply foolish enough. Lu Fei decisively bought it. Then I looked at the booth again and opened my own account. As a game merchant, Lu Fei's vision is extremely vicious. In the current era where 1 cent is equivalent to about 160,000 dreamy coins, Lu Fei had already figured out the prices of various equipment. The previous 30-level small account can also be brought over to set up a stall. As Lu Fei spoke, he logged into his small account and drove over to set up his stall. Lu Fei scrolled through various tasks while browsing through the stalls. The current gaming environment is quite good, and prices are relatively stable, but there are always some guys who are dizzy and drink too much who accidentally set the wrong price. Just after cleaning for a while, I discovered a good piece of equipment. It's a pair of broken blood shoes, but the vendor seems to have set the wrong price, only 200 W. Lu Fei cut his hand when he saw the consequences, and after receiving it, he directly offered it at a price of 5,000 W. What? Don't say black, that's all for merchants. Not long after Lu Fei put it on display, someone added Lu Fei's friend. Our brother's here. Lu Fei quickly received the news on his end. But Lu Feidua was shrewd and did not reply to him immediately. Brother, are you buying those broken blood shoes cheaper on the shelf? After seeing the news, Lu Fei knew he had taken the bait and immediately asked, Sure, how much can you offer? I only have 4,300. That's all I can offer. The buyer's bargaining is not very outrageous either. Lu Fei smiled, he bought this thing himself for 200,000 yuan, quick action is the key. Lu Fei said directly. Okay, I'll take a loss and make a deal. The buyer was also a bit confused at this moment. I didn't expect it to be so easy to handle, it's a difference of several million. This pair of shoes is a top-notch pair of blood-breaking shoes. Agility has been increased significantly, and defense has also been slightly increased. The buyer felt that they had made a profit and directly applied for a transaction. Lu Fei changed the price of the shoes. The original 200 W Dream Coin shoes were instantly changed to 4,300 W Dream Coin. Soon, I saw the system prompt that the blood-breaking shoes had been purchased. Brother, thank you. These shoes have pretty good attributes. The buyer expressed gratitude to Lu Fei. Who knew that at this moment, Lu Fei was almost laughing uncontrollably. The 2 million yuan item sold for 4,300 W as soon as it was sold. Can we just make a profit from this wave? Huh, you're welcome. I usually set up a stall here for a long time. Brother, if you need anything in the future, come to me. I also lost money on these shoes, just to earn a favor. Lu Fei and the other party added each other as friends. Seeing the other person's name is Refining Demon Old 8. It seems that this buyer often cultivates demons. Brother, next time you get something good, you can show me first. Brother, you're quite good, and it's difficult to buy these shoes at this price. Lu Fei directly invested the money from this transaction into the accounts of the 5 daughter villages. At this point, the number of 5 daughters village has already surpassed 4,000 health levels. Lu Fei left 15 million dream coins on the small stall as a fund for picking up leaks. Immediately, Lu Fei began to search for things at the next stall. He looked around and saw that there were quite a few people setting up stalls now. However, picking up leeks still depends on the timing. Lu Fei glanced at other stalls again and made a discovery at a new one. This makes Lu Fei a bit excited. Based on past experience, it is easy for new stalls to produce some top-notch items. Lu Fei quickly opened this new stall, where several pieces of equipment were listed. 60 level shoes. 400 W, it's a bit expensive. A level 80 fan with no level. 600 W, did this guy drink fake wine? Lu Fei looked at this fan. Although the level 80 fan is not in the shape of a guanwu, there are many low-level players at this stage, and this small and exquisite fan is particularly valuable. Lu Fei was very decisive, he made a direct purchase and took it. He was quick to steal at this moment, his heart is also pounding. The ultimate attribute of this fan makes Lu Fei even more excited. This fan is indeed level 80. The damage bonus is very high, reaching 264 points, which means the hit rate is slightly lower, but it is also 298 points. The hits in Fantasy Westward Journey can be converted into direct damage, which is the number of hits divided by 3. That is to say, dividing the 298 hit points by 3 and adding 264 damage points, the overall damage of this fan is actually as high as 363 points. The gemstones in the 8th section will have a total damage of over 400. A top-notch fan like this can easily sell for over 1,000 yuan by simply opening the treasure trove. The seller's boss must have had fake alcohol. In order to avoid him recovering it after waking up, I'd better quickly replace it. 004 Acquisition of Animal Sets. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Lu Fei threw this top-notch fan to other characters and went offline without logging in for a short period of time. Wait until the safety period has passed, then take it out and put it on the shelves. Lu Fei didn't expect that after only playing for a few days, he could make a small profit by picking up leaks. You should know that Lu Fei's parents now have a combined monthly salary of 3,000 yuan. But I earned over 1,000 yuan in just a few days in the game. It's not too far from buying those belts from the treasure trove. At present, players have not yet realized the price of these things. This level-less equipment is not very expensive at this time, and most players are pursuing entertainment. Few people have discovered the business opportunities in Fantasy Westward Journey. Lu Fei's proud lips couldn't hold back any longer, so he started his daily ghost hunting in his 5th daughter's village. If you catch a ghost now, give it over 10,000 taels of silver. Rewards that have not been weakened are satisfying, so ghost hunting is still relatively cost-effective. And every 10 ghost hunts will also be rewarded, and the mandatory reward for the 10th time can be obtained by rotating the team leader. These are all small tips for exploring in previous lives. Woohoo, it's the 10th one again. Let's see what we can offer. Lu Fei looked at the computer screen with some anticipation, and the system rewarded him with a red rose. A red rose is also valuable and can be sold for 60,000 dreamy coins. It's equivalent to over 4 yuan in Chinese yuan. I took another look at the second number and gave it a good 60 ring pack. The third number was given a carnation, which is similar. The fourth number exploded and was given a level 80 shoe directly. The fifth number is pretty good, I gave it a hidden weapon. Good luck. But relying solely on catching ghosts and monsters may not make much profit in this lifetime. Lu Fei thought for a moment and then began shouting on the World channel. World. I am offering a high price to purchase 60.80 animal sets, which are expensive. Lu Fei kept scrolling through the screen. Some people on the World channel couldn't help but wonder when they saw Lu Fei purchasing animal covers. Animal sets are the transformation techniques given on equipment. It's not very useful, it's very garbage. Usually no one cares. Usually, players can sell this item to Lion Camel Ridge without any additional status changes, and other animal sets are not worth it at all. In addition, there are many game novices at present, and most of them are directly thrown away as garbage after being pointed out. But now Lu Fei, this unjust leader, is actually offering a high price to purchase these garbage. At that moment, players who saw the World channel all opened their warehouses to see if they had animal traps, and this opportunity to make money should not be missed. Soon, Lu Fei received a friend request. Brother, how much do you think of my $60 female head? Lu Fei was stunned when he saw the female head. The female head agility suit was very valuable at a certain stage, and he also needed to use the female head agility suit himself. He clicked on the attributes and glanced at it, which was a level 60 mechanism bird set. This is a very good agile set, which can be considered at the frontline level. Brother, I'm planning to acquire this thing for my own use, so I can't offer you too high a price. How about 600,000 yuan? Lu Fei's words stunned the novice player. This ring gear is probably only around 100,000 yuan. Two items that are barely worth 300,000 yuan are originally items that cannot be sold in the warehouse. I didn't expect this unjust leader to spend 600,000 yuan on acquisition. The price given is indeed high. Okay, then I'll sell it to you. Lu Fei drove to the rooftop and the two quickly completed the transaction. Although animal sets cannot be sold at a high price at the current stage, Lu Fei knows that they will soon be sold at a high price. Haha. After the transaction, Lu Fei sneered in his heart and immediately continued to acquire on World Channel. Many people sold some animal covers to Lu Fei, and in the blink of an eye, a day passed. Lu Fei purchased a whole car of animal covers. After finishing work, I'm ready to eat, sleep, and rest. At night. As soon as Lu Fei lay down on his side, his younger sister Lu Wei poked her head out from the upper bunk and asked, "Brother, is it really okay for you to play games like this? You've saved up all your pocket money in Chinese New Year red envelopes, but what will you do when you start school?" Lu Wei is 1 year younger than Lu Fei, and they both attend the same school. Lu Wei is actually very worried about Lu Fei. "Sister, you have to trust your brother. Your brother has taken care of your snack money this semester. True or false, you're not joking, are you? Pack me snacks. How did you suddenly become so good? I love you the most, brother." Lu Wei responded with excitement upon hearing Lu Fei's words, but she still had some worries in her heart. However, Lu Fei didn't care and lay there for a while before falling asleep. After waking up, Lu Fei continued to play games. Go online and complete the school tasks for the 5 numbers. I go online every day to complete a sec task, and after completing it, I will reimburse almost all the daily card money. School tasks can be said to be a basic benefit for players in Fantasy Westward Journey. The rewards for school tasks in the game are relatively good and the difficulty is also relatively low. Let me take a look at what the stall sold yesterday. When Lu Fei was sleeping yesterday, he kept his computer on all the time, and his account was still seriously setting up the stall. Take a look at how many private messages there are on this account. "Brother, can you sell me the special technique, heart concentration technique, for 800,000 yuan? Lu Fei didn't reply at all after seeing it. Lu Fei opened the sales record of the stall. The equipment for the heart concentration technique has already been sold, it should have been bought by the player who sent a private message. A price of 1 million. How many more dollars have been received? I opened and looked down at the booth records. Oh my, there are really a lot of things to sell. The items sold at the stall were all bought by Lu Fei, and others drank fake wine or set the wrong price for equipment. The dilapidated king of Janya City. WC, I feel that this title is very suitable for me. Lu Fei was still a bit happy, he sorted out the funds on the account a bit, and then continued with his daily routine. After completing the sec task, you can slowly refresh the dungeons. Lu Fei randomly found a few stalls and marked them with temporary symbols, which can quickly increase the difficulty of the battle. Nowadays, Lu Fei's hidden weapon skills are at level 80. When brushing tasks, simply throw hidden weapons, which do not consume the durability of equipment runes. This is also the reason why Lu Fei can now kill indiscriminately. 005 has a surprise. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Arriving at the Wuji Kingdom, Lu Fei completed it in just 25 minutes. This is something that others dare not even think about. But Lu Fei can easily do it now, AliExpress. With the end of the battle in Wuji country, more than 10 flower beans and a few bottles of golden willow dew were brushed. After calculating, a dungeon of the Wuji Kingdom was rewarded with over 2 million yuan, and in the end, a beast strategy book was returned, which was very fragrant. After receiving the dungeon reward, Lu Fei did not spend it immediately, but instead gave all the money to the boss for cultivation. The cultivation has reached 8 o'clock. Normally, a level 1 cultivation can increase the second damage by about 25 points, and after reaching level 10, it will also increase the damage by a little. This thing doesn't have a numerical value on the surface, it's just a rough estimate. That's great, another day of improvement. The cultivation has reached level 8, and the time is still early. It seems we can give it a try now. Lu Fei thought for a moment and planned to go and get some help with the Heavenly Gang Star. You should know that the rewards of Tian Gang Star are not usually generous. At present, there are almost no players who can kill high difficulty ones. At present, there are no more than 10 teams in Lu Fei's server that can challenge Tian Gang Star. The operator quickly arrived at the border, just after noon. Lu Fei found a spot and happened to have a Sky Gang Star brushing in front of him. Isn't this coming to life? Lu Fei intervened very quickly. As soon as the fight started, I saw 2 teams in the current chat sending messages. Current Xiao Chao is not a human. WC. This guy's hand speed is a bit fast. This is just a 5-star Sky Gang. How dare you think so boldly? Current flattery. Right, isn't this brother going to get spanked and pee soon? I think he's getting cold. After he cools down later, let's go play and see. Is this the 5 Daughters Village? The first time I saw this combination. There's something there. The other teams looked at Lu Fei with suspicion. I can't even imagine how Lu Fei's brain twitched while playing with the 5 Daughters Village. At present, players all know that Wapansi is very strong, but is this Wunu village also very strong? Is this trick playable by humans? Current. Is this brother Wu Kai from WC? Current. What? It seems so. Current. Bull, it's really a 5 open. Current. What's so impressive about this? I'll see how he hung up later. As soon as Lu Fei entered, he immediately took advantage of the sealing advantage of his daughter's village, and the 3 numbers joined forces to directly seal the monsters in the back row. The remaining 2 daughters in the village are fed wine by Isu to Ursu. Then a Arhat golden body from Ursu daughter village directly covered the whole team. Lu Fei's baby is Phoenix baby with blood sensitivity. It can be said that Lu Fei's team has basically no means of output except for the characters. If it were for other teams, we wouldn't be able to fight. But Lu Fei didn't panic at all. 2 seats were directly sealed in the opposite back row. One of the numbers is water sealed. Due to the physics department on the opposite side, the first round is at Lion Camel Ridge, so a transformation state needs to be initiated. Although the opposing legal system was not sealed, a tornado rain hit it. Originally the strongest output skill of the Dragon Palace, it should have dealt damage and exploded. But the tornado rain hit Lu Fei's character, only losing less than 200 health. The addition of the 5 body technique gives each of Lu Fei's daughter villages 7,000 health points. It is unimaginable for ordinary players to reach this health level at a level of 70 for all members. Not to mention that Lu Fei's belt was already covered with shining stones. You should know that each radiant stone can increase Lu Fei's health by 40. In addition, Lu Fei's body strengthening spell effect is terrifying. The monster on the opposite side can't move, it can't even reach. In the second round, Lu Fei used the 3 daughter villages again to seal the opponent, sealing the lion camel that had already undergone transformation. Unable to use skills, basically useless. This time, I was lucky enough to seal the back row across from me, and the front row was also sealed. The other party is sealed and will no longer use the crystal clear technique. Now Lu Fei can output with confidence. Always using daughter villages throwing darts to attack the opponent. The damage of WC in seconds is almost 800. It's a bit high. This is Lu Fei's first time experiencing the combination of 5 daughters village, and it must have been a dream fun from over a decade ago. The terrifying second damage ability of Wu Daughter Village caused Lu Fei to deal high damage to monsters. It's exciting to think about throwing darts together with 5 daughters from the village. Each number can handle 4 units. The scattered teams outside, no one went to observe the battle. They all gathered together to chat and didn't even care about Lu Fei's situation. Everyone is waiting for the small sword on Lu Fei's team to disappear, which means that Lu Fei has already gone to meet Xiao Bai and been eliminated by the team. Current. Oh my, this brother hasn't been wiped out yet. I think I took a lot of medicine to withstand it, right? Current. I think so. Does the potion not cost money? Current. Brothers, why don't we take over the Tian gang in Disha in the district? Whoever comes to kill them in the future. Current. I think it works, otherwise there will always be some rookies trying their luck, it's like wasting our time. The onlookers outside are still chatting, while Lu Fei in the game is almost coming to an end. Cleaned up the opponent's 7 monsters without dying. The remaining 3 are not in good condition either. The stage has also reached its final stage. And Lu Fei is still almost full of blood. As long as the health is low, the 4 Cs will soon be full. In addition, there is also the effect of the crystal clear technique. This makes Lu Fei almost harmless in killing monsters. This team has an abnormal ability to clear and gather damage, coupled with a powerful sealing effect. Let Lu Fei run over almost without any pressure. The battle has just ended, and the system reward has popped up. Lu Fei glanced at the reward and was pleasantly surprised. So generous, giving a pardon token, not only that, but also rewarding a high-level inner pill. Both of these are fun. Lu Fei excitedly clicked on the attributes of the advanced inner pill. It's okay, it's a heart-wrenching wave. This inner pill can be used by the legal system and should be sold for over 7 million yuan. Plus, the token has a price of 6 million. That is to say, this single brush of Tiangang Star earned Lu Fei nearly 100 yuan. It's not really difficult. Lu Fei was a bit drifting and typed directly on the current interface. Just a few words. In an instant, a bomb exploded on the chat interface. 006 disconnected. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Current. What situation? Current. What? Current. Has this grandson used a cheat? Current. Can this Wukai be killed on its own? Current. Why can we kill Samsung? The 2 nearby team players saw it and immediately exploded. A group of people sprayed fiercely at Lu Fei. Current flattery. Kid, wait for me, go and force a PK. Come, let's meet in the wilderness. The flattering team is just average, consisting of 69 teams. Unexpectedly daring to directly invite Jiangnan Wilderness PK. Lu Fei laughed directly when he saw the flattering news. Lu Fei typed directly and said, "Alright. If the chicken is not afraid of death, come here." Lu Fei's extremely arrogant attitude instantly ignited this group of novice players. One by one, they started shouting to kill Lu Fei and dared not go out. However, Lu Fei did not hesitate at all. Listen up, my big brother's name is Dragon Xiao, a big dragon at level 144. If you want to hit me, first ask my big brother if he agrees or not. Lu Fei's sentence completely caused these players to explode. Immediately indicate what big brother is not big brother, current. Kid, don't be too arrogant. I'll go kill your big brother now. Current. Kid, please make your big brother wait well. Current. Wait for you to die. Current. Brothers, let's go and get rid of his big brother. Current. Chow. Waiting for you and your big brother to die. Soon, these mountain cannons began to prepare for Shadow Goo. Shadow Goo is a magic weapon in the game, but Ouyang is simply able to check the tracked player ID at any time. And Lu Fei was almost laughing uncontrollably. Jianye City has coordinates of 76 and 83. Today is another ordinary day. Long Xiao is taking the trumpet to catch ghosts. What a group of intellectually disabled people. I'll just pretend to be disconnected and hang up when I'm done with this scam. Long Xiao has already figured it out. Catching ghosts for an hour can earn you 25W on your own, and these 4 accounts can earn 1 million in minutes. This is not much faster than deceiving those daughters of the village a few days ago to get money. These days, I still act like a scammer and get money quickly. Captain, your equipment is really good. At this point, the team members were not yet aware of what was about to happen. Long Xiao smiled slightly and said, "That's necessary. The money I earn from taking my account is all used to improve myself." Long Xiao thought to himself, if it weren't for your contribution, where would I get the equipment? In a moment, this ghost will end. Long Xiao went straight to hang up. Current. Hey, why isn't the captain moving? Current. Yes, what's going on? Current. Is he disconnected? Current. Chow, won't you encounter any scammers now? The remaining 4 team members are feeling a bit flustered. They basically received double experience and triple experience, hoping to advance to a higher level. Now that the captain is offline, isn't the money wasted? A few people were all panicked. Everyone is hoping that someone will take them to catch ghosts this time and give them some money, and then use the unlimited range that can be given. The money has been paid now, and we haven't caught all the ghosts in an hour yet. We haven't even returned a few of our capital. However, before the team members could react, the battle scene suddenly moved. Only 5 level 69 players have entered this battle. After entering the battle, outside Jianye City, Lu Fei also entered the observation while driving his trumpet. This guy is probably going to die of anger, right? Lu Fei thought to himself, and at the same time, he operated the other 5 numbers in a dungeon operation battle. Watching and fighting at the same time can be considered a win-win situation. In the combat interface, we're here to seek revenge, the other trumpets can escape, and will take action in the next round, said the little fart fairy first. The other 4 people in the Long Xiao team immediately realized that this situation had nothing to do with them, so they quickly ran away. But there was still a clever player who said, "Grass. Who knows if you guys teamed up to cheat on the fair?" Upon hearing these words, the little fart spirit was immediately furious and said, "Since you're looking for death, don't blame your brothers for being ruthless. Take action." I haven't finished speaking, the 30-second operation time here has already passed. The first round has already begun. As a level 144 dragon, Long Xiao's entire equipment was tricked, so it has to be said that his equipment was tricked quite well. Combined with level suppression, it actually allowed him to achieve second speed. The 69 elder brother from the opposite side assisted his daughter's village in drinking when he saw that Long Xiao's tornado rain strike had already passed in seconds. The tornado rain strike of 7 seconds is quite strong. In one breath, it took 1007 and 8 seconds to deal damage. Upon seeing this situation, Xiao Pijing immediately understood that what Lu Fei was saying was true. This is really his big brother. Damn it, this guy stinks shamelessly and dares to resist. Even if it's his younger brother in the daughter's village, the brothers are going to send him this big dragon to meet Xiaobai today. After the little fart fairy finished speaking, she immediately began to command the operation. 569 numbers, the equipment is actually quite good, and it's quite easy to fight a dragon palace. There's no problem. But they also didn't expect Long Xiao to be a bonus to the 4 demons and 1 endurance. To be honest, adding points like a dragon palace is quite difficult to kill. Magic resistance and physical resistance are almost always present in full force. The immortal race is inherently a highly resilient entity. Even with a slight increase in endurance, the defense ability is not comparable to that of ordinary people. Long Shao, a 144-level Dragon Palace, not to mention anything else, has both output ability in defense ability. The boss of the 569s is also very anxious at this time. In just a second, it's over 1,000 health points. And their health is only about 6,000, which is the only health they have when they are full of talismans. Little fart spirit. What should we do? What should we do? Kill him. Pull the baby out with all your might. A few people were in a hurry, and Lu Fei was enjoying watching outside. It seems that I need at least level 109 to kill this dragon young. Lu Fei also came this time to gather intelligence. At my current pace, I will be able to reach level 109 in about 7 days. After reaching level 109, that was the beginning of Lu Fei's performance. It won't be long before the extraordinary expansion pack appears, and the game will enter the level 175 stage, which is also the most fun stage of Fantasy Westward Journey. That's what Lu Fei wants to sprint for. But now the challenge ahead is to first create a sky within the district. In combat. 007888. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Long Shao, the big dragon, is still in a tornado, but at this moment his health is also low. Little fart spirits don't have a lot of health, and the worst one can't even eat a tornado. Seeing this, everyone also started preparing for the 6th round of battle. And outside, Lu Feisher threw a 9-turn soul returning pill to Little Pai Jing and them. It's still the most trash 25 grade. Don't say I don't take care of you, my big brother said you don't kill the team. Lu Fei added fuel to the fire by sending messages to Xiao Pijing and his team, and at the same time, the glaring message about the items was also indicated to Xiao Pijing and his team. Damn it! Hurry up, kill the opponent. I can't stand this stimulation anymore. We're so angry. Hurry up and kill this big dragon. A group of people directly typed out all the output. Immediately after the little fart spirit and their attack in the daughter village of Isu, Long Shao also threw a tornado at them. He directly killed a teammate and then saw that Long Shao was also injured and drowned. But that teammate was not pulled up. A few children's teammates who didn't come and ran away also went back to the underworld. The underworld's little white place. Long Shao also returned after using the restroom. That group of small accounts should have left, right? I have a great idea of scamming money. I always have a weak mind and give me money. Long Shao, smoking a cigarette and carrying his pants, returned from the toilet to the room. As soon as he sat down, he felt that the game graphics were not working properly. How did you get to the underworld? Not good. Long Shao's heart moved and he quickly went to see. At this moment, I finally see clearly that I am actually at the underworld novice's place. Did you die yourself? Open the system message and take a look. You have lost experience due to death in battle ***. You lost money 7640505 due to being defeated by player Xiao Pai Jing. Dragon young people are all foolish. Over 7 million. Lost over 7 million yuan. He carried all the money he had scammed in the past few days with him because he was planning to buy some equipment. But I didn't expect to be killed by someone. How many million were lost? Open the message again. There are still a few pieces of information inside. Damn scammer. Your whole family has a crematorium. This is a message sent by the person he deceived. There is also a message from the little fart fairy. Bastard, you have planted it. We will continue to pursue you. Upon hearing this, Long Shao looked at the opponent's level and immediately replied, Hee, I didn't intend to back down when I came out to mess around. Long Shao was originally a scammer, and he was already familiar with scammers. He also expected that one day he would be pursued by others. I just didn't expect it to come so suddenly. On the other side, Lu Fei smiled and saw that the battle over there had ended, so he also withdrew his observation trumpet. The 5 daughter villages here have completed the water and land competition again. The efficiency of creating a replica with another combination is quite fast. The final reward was very good, with a total of 4 saplings. For people who are used to empty cars, such rewards are unimaginable. After completing the dungeons, Lu Fei opened several more dungeons. At the same time, I also received news from the little fart fairy and others. Your older brother has already been killed, what do you say? Lu Fei said, what do you mean? My older brother is not convinced. It's a bit like you killed all his skills. Damn it, you wait. Xiao Pai Jing and others are also so angry that their teeth itch. After being replaced with a new account, they are also very angry. I thought it was killing a garbage dragon, but instead, I was replaced with a teammate by a ghost-catching dragon. This is unacceptable to them. I'll just wait, can you still finish killing my big brother's skills? Lu Fei continued to add fuel to the fire. Xiao Pai's energetic keyboard was about to be smashed, and he felt a pang of discomfort when he saw Lu Fei's message. However, Lu Fei didn't care at all, either he or she died. As the saying goes, a friend of the dead will never die of the poor. Friends who often argue understand. Lines like Lu Fei can almost provoke the other person. Quickly, the little fart spirit summoned his teammates and opened the shadow goo, preparing to bloom twice. However, Long Xiao has already been on guard and has been hiding for a long time. Go offline directly. Lu Fei also saw that Long Xiao had already gone offline, and immediately felt bored. In this way, Lu Fei kept scrolling through dungeons, and there was no way he could be forcibly PK inside the dungeons. So even the little brats couldn't seek revenge against Lu Fei online, they could only resort to verbal abuse. But every clever reply from Lu Fei can make the little fart fairy and them angry and unable to eat. At night, Lu Fei just went offline and picked up his textbook to read. As the college entrance examination is about to take place, Lu Fei naturally goes all out. Dong! Don't keep playing games, get into a good university and show it to your uncle and his team. Lu Fei's mother brought dinner, a simple bowl of tomato and egg noodles. Placing it beside Lu Fei was also an anxious reminder. Lu Fei nodded and said, Mom, don't worry, I already know these things. Yes, Lu Fei has already participated in this year's college entrance examination, including the content and answers of the test paper. The blow of the failure of the college entrance examination in the past made Lu Fei constantly study the exam paper, which was so easy for him to memorize. However, learning is still necessary. After a day has passed, Lu Fei will go online again. It was already 12 o'clock when it was just launched. Lu Fei plans to go to the border to try his luck this time. There should be other celestial stars that will refresh. The reward for this thing is very good. However, Lu Fei, who had just launched, first went to put the level 80 fan of the small account on the treasure pavilion. Lu Fei's display was not particularly expensive, he simply displayed an 888. Basically, it's the lowest price on the entire server. It's better to get rid of this kind of thing as soon as possible. With everyone pursuing Guanwu in the future, this level-less thing is no longer very valuable. Lu Fei smiled and immediately put it on the shelves after finishing speaking. The price of 888 R can be easily discounted. Oh. Just put it on the shelves, there are already dozens of collections. Lu Fei looked at the treasure pavilion in surprise. Once the 10-minute protection period has passed, it seems that someone will be waiting. It is right to take action as soon as possible while this level-less market is not yet collapsing. Opening Janya's booth again, all the previously visited booths have turned black, only the new booth is blue. 008 Watch the battle. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Lu Fei chooses those blue stalls, which have not been inspected. Open a new booth and as soon as you open it, you will see that it is full of golden willow dew. However, there were actually 2 super golden willow dew mixed inside the row of golden willow dew. You should know that the prices of golden willow dew and super golden willow dew are completely different. Jean Lulu is priced at around 50,000 yuan, but super Jean Lulu can be sold for 60,000 yuan. This vendor is really funny. I guess he set the wrong price and made me profit again. Lu Fei instantly spotted 2 super golden willow dews with the wrong prices inside, and then placed them on his booth. Lu Fei is not expensive either, it costs around 58W. Almost 10,000 yuan more expensive than those purchasing merchants on the rooftop. Lu Fei continued to move the mouse in his hand and placed it on other stalls to check. Today's luck seems to be very bad, there isn't much good stuff to pick up. And as Lu Fei flipped through the booth, he unknowingly received a reminder from the treasure pavilion. That level-less fan has already been sold. After deducting 5% of the handling fee, there is still over 800 yuan to be credited to the account. Lu Fei's heart skipped a beat as he watched his balance increase. I invested nearly 900 yuan in my initial investment and didn't expect it to come back in an instant. Lu Fei over there drove the 5 Daughters village to the border. I plan to continue trying my luck today. If I can still grab a Sky Gang star, it would be great. As soon as Lu Fei arrived at the border, he saw many teams also wandering nearby. However, Lu Fei's hand speed was extremely fast, and he quickly moved around to reach a stable coordinate. Although the refresh of Tiangang star is random, some ranges are still quite fixed. Friends who often squat on the Heavenly Gang and Earthly Sha know that some of the coordinates of these Heavenly Gang and Earthly Sha are also fixed, and encountering them once can be considered a missed opportunity. Lu Fei just walked to the vicinity of the Jiangzhou Yamen and took a glance, as if it was almost time. Walk toward Shaoyun, the border of the Tang dynasty, in the middle and upper positions of the map. Just as the mouse dropped, a celestial star suddenly brushed towards Lu Fei's side. Lu Fei didn't expect his luck to be used here. Keep your hands down and enter the battle in seconds. Just as we entered the battle, several teams were surrounded outside. Xiao Pijing originally wanted to give it a try, but was unexpectedly intercepted by Lu Fei again. This can make the little fart spirit both anxious and angry. What kind of ghosts are in this daughter's village? They appear and disappear. Has the moonlight started yet? I don't know. Little fart spirit didn't expect to be intercepted by Lu Fei, and it was the second time. Lu Fei's entry into battle remains the old routine. This time it's a 3-star Heavenly Gang and Earthly Sha. This difficulty is not particularly high. Lu Fei's current foundation and sect combination are like chopping melons and vegetables. The battle that Little Pai Jing and his team needed to go all out was as simple as eating and drinking water in Lu Fei's hands. In just a few rounds, the opponent who threw the dart was throwing armor and flying several monsters directly. Lu Fei continued to operate 5 numbers, constantly throwing darts. The monster on the opposite side was severely damaged, and soon their health began to deteriorate. Current. Wait for me, kid. Current. Don't think it's just okay, let's go and squat down his big brother. Xiao Pijing and a few others saw that Lu Fei was about to be killed without any pressure, and they didn't have to worry about anything else, so they had to go squat on that dragon boat. However, his teammate reminded him, little fart spirit. Why don't we squat on him? Yeah, Lu Fei's 5 daughter villages are standing here. Why can't he cut him into battle after he finishes killing them? The little fart spirit also reacted upon hearing this. Current. Yes, just squat on him. This kid can't run away. Lu Fei also smiled when he saw the current chat. Then he quickly typed the keyboard and transformed into a horse hunter, saying, if you have the ability, come over. Let the horse come over. 5 Daughters Village cannot engage in PK battles without a particularly good baby. Lu Fei is currently not a teammate, with only 1 set of battle horses and blood-sensitive phoenixes. How could he possibly be an opponent of the other team? The reason for saying such words is to confuse and anger the opponent. The little fart spirit was indeed deceived, and in an instant, he roared angrily, "You quickly kill it and come out. Today, we must make you pay the price. Make me pay the price. Then you just come." After finishing typing, Lu Fei added some status and deliberately dragged the last round without fighting. After the 30-second preparation time entered the last second, Lu Fei finally began to operate. Just as the battle ended, everything on the screen entered a new round of combat. As soon as the 5 little brats across from each other entered, they began to shout loudly. "Current! Huh, your kid is dead today. Current! Don't run away. Current! Yes, it should be quite easy to make this kind of small vegetable chicken, right? Current! Let's put it together. Current! If I don't send you to meet Xiao Bai today, you guys won't recognize me." After the 5 people finished speaking, they began to operate. And Lu Fei sat in front of the computer with his legs crossed, gesturing for a cigarette, but suddenly remembered that he was a high school student, so he lowered his arm. After fumbling for a moment, Lu Fei picked up a lollipop and threw a dart at his daughter's village, attempting to poison the other person. The skills or darts of daughter village have a probability of causing the opponent to enter a poison state. In the case of poisoning, the opponent will continue to lose health and magic points. Although the damage is not very high, this poison can completely deplete the opponent's magic. What Lu Fei needs to do is not to kill the opponent, but to disgust them. Lu Fei checked what rewards he had just received while operating. Upon closer inspection, I only received a few bestsellers, and my luck was average. After checking the rewards, Lu Fei began to watch the battle. In the first round, the speed on the side of Little Pai Jing was quite fast. They used a wind array and the speed was quite fast. With the support of the formation, the opponent's speed is quite fast, and Lu Fei uses the eagle formation. This formation is mainly to match Lu Fei's lineup to kill the Heavenly Gang and Earthly Sha, but nothing else. 3 speed shots from the opposite side were completed, and Lu Fei had just taken action on his side. The seals on Lu Fei's side are almost one at a time, and everyone's cultivation is similar. So Lu Fei's sealing rate is almost full. It was easy to seal the 2 people across from each other. The remaining daughter village threw darts directly. The little fart spirit on the other side is also confused. What kind of trick is this? 009 That's it. You are listening at novelfull.audio. How could it be such a playing style? They don't even bleed much, do they? You won't lose blood halfway through the fight. Current. Are you here? Current. Are you at this level? Do you dare to provoke us? The people on the side of the little fart fairy are crazily mocking. And Lu Fei doesn't care about these at all. After Lu Fei harassed me, he typed directly on the current interface and said, "You little Karami can't hurt me at all. It's better for my big brother to clean up." At this moment, Lu Fei had already seen through another account's shadow goo that Long Xiao was deceiving Xiao Hao again, and surprisingly went to Janya again. Upon hearing this, Xiao Pijing and the others immediately understood that Lu Fei was about to run away and was about to kill him. But I didn't expect that the roles of Lu Fei's 5 daughters in the village were really too meaty. The huge amount of health combined with high defense ability makes it impossible for Little Pai Jing and others to kill. At this moment, I can only helplessly watch Lu Fei escape and then leave. Lu Fei's 5 numbers were able to escape smoothly, which was also unexpected for the little fart spirit. No, we haven't fully learned the pursuit of several numbers. The other party can escape. Xiao Pai Jing is also feeling depressed at this time. He doesn't have the habit of PK with people in his daily life. After learning life skills and pursuit techniques, he can reduce the opponent's chances of escaping. But none of them actually learned. After Lu Fei fled, he directly drove 5 accounts to brush the dungeon. The replica has been updated, and he doesn't need to waste time with them anymore. Lu Fei first created a dungeon of the Wuji Kingdom. This dungeon reward is still very good. The little monsters on the road can easily explode with golden willow dew. A golden willow dew can sell for 50,000 yuan. However, Lu Fei is mainly for experience. There's basically nothing to say about losing skills while hanging up all the way. After pairing with the battle horse noodles, the critical damage of 1 horse noodles is still very impressive. The dungeon of Wuji Kingdom is not difficult. Quickly, Lu Fei had already finished brushing this instance, and the final task was to find the 5 elements master to randomly refine a set. At this moment, everyone has not yet realized the value of these sets. Lu Fei also created some practical transformation sets at the booth. These are what Lu Fei intends to use himself. Found the master of the 5 elements. Claim tasks. I hope there can be a few fun ideas, right? Lu Fei thought for a moment and realized that Lingbo City is not yet the top city. In fact, transforming into a suit is still valuable. But Lu Fei understood that soon someone in the game will discover the value of digging out animal sets, and the prices of those animal sets will increase several times. At the thought of this, Lu Feixin also accumulated a lot of sediment. To claim the task, a total of 380 rings and 250 rings are required. Good luck. After finishing the equipment from the stall, it was thrown to the 5 elements master. Subsequently, the 5 elements master will transform the 2 originally ordinary equipment into a new one, and the identified equipment will randomly generate a set effect. Lu Fei made a few lingbao. Immediately begin the identification. After a few jingling sounds. Lu Fei only has 1 level 80 shoe with a transformation skill gourd treasure, while the other 4 are garbage and can only be used as rings. With a sigh, Lu Fei didn't care either. Anyway, what I need to do in the early stage is hoarding, and then I can double the value. Added prices of these sets by operating them myself. After all, I have the status of a reborn. Lu Fei thought of this and began to shout around the world to purchase those sets of equipment. Many people around the world have seen Lu Fei's acquisition information and thrown all the inventory at the bottom of the box to him. Lu Fei also collected a lot of money and used it to purchase the small account in Jianye City. After purchasing for a while, Lu Fei went to Jianye City again to take a look. At this time, the battle between Xiaopi Jing and a few people in Jianye City has also come to an end. Little Fart Spirit has had a lot of bad luck in this battle, and Long Xiao has long been prepared. As soon as they entered the battle, Long Xiaojiu quickly launched a counterattack. Regardless of whether the trumpets in the team are alive or dead, Long Xiao will directly gather the most fragile one on the opposite side. After the gathering of fire, Long Xiao saw the opponent fall down and immediately left with a reduced ruler. Because of Long Xiao's departure, the battle can be considered as over. At the end of the battle, if the person lying on the opposite side is not pulled up, you will be directly sent to the underworld, which is also considered a death penalty. Lu Fei was also quite surprised to see Long Xiao so tenacious. I didn't expect this scammer, the Long, to have quite strong abilities. It seems like I need to have 5 full-force babies in 2009 to have a chance of killing him. Lu Fei felt a bit headache at the thought of this. It seems that seeking revenge is not something that can be achieved in the short term. After watching the duel, Lu Fei continued to stalk the warehouse. After a day's time. At this point, all 5 warehouses are already filled with animal sets. Most players in the entire area have thrown their inventory to Lu Fei. After all, it's hard to find someone to collect this thing. And the price given by Lu Fei is also acceptable. It's already over 1,000 pieces, and I've spent almost all the money. Lu Fei calculated carefully and has already spent almost 100 million to acquire. The money from selling the fan just now was also invested by Lu Fei. This batch of goods Lu Fei wants to make a profit. After preparing these, Lu Fei immediately ran to the Chiba of Fantasy Westward Journey. So we've been fooled after playing for so long. Lu Fei came up with a post and paired it with a prominent title. Immediately, a set of bonus attributes for animal sets were listed in a grandiose manner. A regular mechanism bird set can increase a character's level by dividing it by 4 plus 15 agility points. If it were a 5-piece set, the bonus would be even higher. Calculated as a level 109 player, it can increase agility attributes by 42 points. If it's a magic set, it can also increase so many attribute bonuses. And a bit of magic attribute is approximately equal to 0.8 spell damage. In short, Lu Fei is constantly calculating in the Chiba, and the group of older brothers he sees are confused. This post is so detailed. How reasonable. You truly are the god of Chiba. Lu Fei's Chiba level is quite high, so his posts are also very authoritative. In the current 10 years, Chiba is still one of the largest daily activities. A large number of fantasy players gather here to discuss game content. So this post by Lu Fei is basically about stirring up 1,000 waves with just one stone. Many players have started to calculate one after another. When everyone was constantly commenting inside the building, many players calculated that this result was actually true. 010 Reporting Materials. You are listening at novelfull.audio. The improvement is really significant. And the animal covers in the game are cheap and very suitable for players. Especially with the improvement of the legal system, the best equipment in the legal system is necklaces, and the amount of spiritual power is crucial. The key is that any slight increase in spiritual power will also increase the price of the necklace. So the spiritual necklace of the legal system is a particularly expensive existence. But now the 3 magic sets have an increase of over 40 magic points, which translates to a spell damage bonus of over 30. And that magic set is so cheap. This has made many players tempted. At the same time, Lu Fei also began to set up animal traps for stalls in Jenya City. There is still some time left for the fixed damage facelift, so Lu Fei basically sells magic sets. The equipment that was originally collected for 50W, Lu Fei directly put in 200W. Anyway, Lu Fei threw away all the goods he had received earlier at a price that was 4 times higher. After finishing all of this, Lu Fei went offline directly. It's already evening. After resting for a night, Lu Fei went online again the next day. The school will start the day after tomorrow, let's do this for now. After thinking for a moment, Lu Fei first checked his stall number on the computer. At this point, you can see a large number of messages on the stall. Many people are starting to engage in crazy private conversations. Brother, can it be cheaper? Can this gourd treasure set be a little cheaper? Isn't this set what I'm selling? Damn it, did you sell it tenfold? Seeing that 1 million yuan of gourd baby 80s shoes were collected, Lu Fei directly came to sell them for 10 million yuan. Everyone was speechless in an instant. Upon seeing these messages, Lu Fei did not take care of them and directly checked the booth records. At this moment, the stall sales record has already sold over 50 million yuan. Upon closer inspection, Lin Tian surprisingly sold 3 sets. There are indeed many bosses in the game. Actually, this is not yet the peak price for animal covers. By 13 years, these things will be priced at an outrageous level. It will be 3 times the current price. Lu Fei's current sales are already considered very cheap. I didn't expect to make several times more by changing hands. Lu Fei thought of this and immediately went to the post bar to continue posting, and then shared the in-game improvements. Just ramble and continue to raise public opinion. Nowadays, many people actually don't understand where the future traffic trend lies. Lu Fei has already gained some understanding, so he has started to become a blogger online. With the outflow of some video clips, the popularity is gradually increasing. After being busy for a few more days, school finally started. Lu Fei is a day student who still attends classes as usual during the day and comes back at night to continue selling equipment at a stall. The animal set that was originally purchased for 1 billion has now been sold for 3 billion. The key is that it only cost 1 billion yuan, and there is still half that has not been spent yet. If half of the goods are sold out, it will be a huge revenue. It seems that we are not far from purchasing that level-less anger belt. Lin Tian had already thought that the immense wealth and prestige would soon come to him. Let's sell all these game coins today first. After Lu Fei finished speaking, he put the game coins on the treasure trove. Quickly, over 2,000 yuan has been received. At this moment, lively voices also came from outside the house. Lu Fei walked out the door and saw that it was his uncle's house that had come to visit again. Xiaodong, how have you been studying lately? Are you under pressure for exams? Our family, Xiaoyu, has enrolled in the most expensive tutoring class. It seems that there is a chance to enter a university this year. Uncle's words were filled with arrogance. After listening, Lu Fei said, "Oh, really? That must be good academic performance, right? Congratulations." Lu Fei's insincere reply made his uncle very angry, and his forced effect and desired answer were clearly not Lu Fei's attitude. At a young age, if you don't learn well and play games all day, what do you look like? Sister, I think your family should have smashed Lu Fei's computer to make him study hard. Uncle had no intention of letting Lu Fei go and continued to speak sarcastically. Words are full of contempt. There is no attitude of being an elder at all. Facing his uncle's mockery, Lu Fei felt a bit unhappy in his heart, but he knew that the most important thing now was to prove himself. He calmly responded, "Uncle, the quality of my studies is not as good as you imagine. And how do you know I can't get into college?" My uncle's face became even more gloomy, and he snorted coldly, "Humph, then you should give it a try. But don't forget, if you can't get into college, you can come to my construction site to work." After finishing speaking, my uncle had already left quickly. Lu Fei's parents hesitated to speak and turned to Lu Fei, saying, "How did you talk to your uncle? Can you really pass the exam?" "I haven't passed the exam." "Who knows?" Ha ha ha. Lu Fei didn't speak anymore, just laughed and returned to his room. He knows that the most important thing now is to prove his strength and make everyone look up to him. Another week has passed. Lu Fei constantly posts online to create a powerful animal cover. At the same time, in order to attract attention, a major bug was reported to Fantasy Westward Journey. The famous Buddha's hand incident. In the pharmacy of Chang'an City, there are 80 pairs of Buddha's hands, but after obtaining the Buddha's hands, players can sell them in the pawn shop. The purchase price in the pawn shop surprisingly reached 200 taels. That is to say, in the game, you don't need any cost and just need to constantly resell bergamot to make a lot of money. Shouldn't that be enough? Lu Fei was also very satisfied with his report materials. At one point, countless studios went bankrupt, and everyone's wool harvesting efforts came to a halt. And Lu Fei's ID has also jumped to become a god-level ID in Tieba. Almost everyone knows about Lu Fei as a player, which can be considered very famous. Lu Fei constantly releases daily game videos and earns a lot of traffic. On this day, the school starts. Lu Fei stepped into the campus. As soon as I entered school, I saw several good buddies gathered together. Zhang Ke and Wang Jie are Lu Fei's best brothers, and the three of them have played since childhood. Everyone also likes the game Fantasy Westward Journey, and even if they get married in the future, they still have connections. Lu Fei also hoarded gourd dolls and brocade clothes with them, and everyone went bankrupt collectively. Yo, Lu Fei. I haven't seen you for a winter vacation, so I thought your kid was dead. Wang Jie came up and punched Lu Fei in the chest, asking with concern. Lu Fei glanced at him and said, "I'm busy studying. This time I'm going to the University of Finance and Economics."